Alright, welcome to the second episode of our ongoing series in Jurassic World Evolution 3, Paleo Park. In today's episode, we are going to be starting our main street or main plaza kind of section by building a coffee shop, as well as adding the first dinosaur to the roster of the park, the Oviraptor. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Paleo Park. This is our ongoing series that we've been doing in Evolution 3. Again, ongoing, this is the second episode of the series, so it's not like this has been going on for a while. You can totally catch up and watch the first episode we did a few days ago. We built the entrance and the giant parking lot. And of course, we also built a few roadways to go along with it to really make it seem very natural and very like part of the city, I guess. So in today's episode, we are building onto that, and we are actually starting in the park. And I realized I was originally going to do this episode to do the entire plaza, kind of like that big area, but I realized just how much I wanted to do my own custom buildings, like for the plaza area. Like I honestly really liked doing the coffee shop in this build, and I think it honestly turned out really nicely. But I think by the time I finished the coffee shop, I was exhausted, and by then I also had finished the Oviraptor enclosure, which is the other part of this episode. We'll be building a small little Oviraptor enclosure. Kind of think of it like a small little kind of aviary, like you would see like just kind of lizards or like tiny little bird cage kind of in a real zoo. So think of it kind of like that. So I built that off to the side, and then we also have the coffee shop, of course, which is the beginning of our kind of plaza area. Now there are a few things in here that I didn't record myself building. Most of the coffee shop unfortunately did get cut of like footage and stuff just because I forgot to record it. I did get the last half of it, which is mostly adding plants and adding the fences in like that little patio area outside where guests can sit and drink coffee. I overall really like the coffee shop, and I think actually in the footage I am starting with the Oviraptor enclosure, so I guess we should probably talk about that, and then the coffee shop. So with the Oviraptor enclosure, I really wanted to do this first. I saw it was a piece that I saw when I was building the entrance, and it was like the huge kind of, I think it's for one of like the auditorium or something along those lines. It's like the huge U kind of piece, like the cable piece, and I automatically went, that would be perfect for like building an aviary or like a small cage. So I automatically wanted to do that for my first enclosure, just kind of like get the ball rolling, and I ended up doing that, and it ended up working really great. I did it just as I would in Planet Zoo for building that kind of thing. You start with, and of course both of these, the coffee shop and the Oviraptor enclosure, are both on the workshop for Jurassic World Evolution 3. The way they've implemented the workshop is really something. Like, it's so easy for me to build, to upload like a blueprint, and I also, because I know that it's more important now, because a lot of people don't like building modular building, so it's easier, and even I don't really like it like all the way in this game, mainly with interiors. But anyway, with the Oviraptor enclosure, I saw that piece and I really wanted to do something with it, so I did exactly how I did with the Planet Zoo. I used the chain link fence. It comes in a bunch of different sizes, which is great. I love those pieces. And I did it all around the U shape, and then I copied and pasted it. The one thing that's annoying is that I can't actually go inside of it unless I'm clicking on an Oviraptor, which is why in the end I added kind of like a doorway or like a little kind of like hatch over the top of it for like the helicopter to drop in, and it actually worked. It was really, really cool. And I even did it so like I used like the undo redo button, so it looked like I can make it look like it was opening in the roof as the helicopter was dropping in, and it wasn't even anything. It wasn't anything I recorded or anything. It was just something that was so fun that I was like playing around with and stuff, because it made it look like the cage was actually opening up for the helicopter to drop it in. That's just, I don't know. That's just a cool little thing that I saw. That was really nice that I could do. Yeah, I think I did leave it open, of course, because I wanted to take pictures of the Oviraptors and stuff. In order to get capture mode to get in there, I have to leave a part of the fence, the cage, open. So that's fine. I think it still looks really good. I can close it anytime I want. I ended up also doing a kind of building off the side of it, because that would make sense. That would be like the indoor area. I have to admit that I will not probably be doing a lot of building interiors, because number one, it's just really annoying to do. I get that there's a lot of good pieces in the game for interiors, like backstage stuff and everything, but it's just, number one, so time consuming because I just don't feel like doing it, and also just because, I don't know, I'm used to not doing it in the Evolution 2 or anything like that, so I don't really love it. And of course it's also not really my favorite thing to do in Planet Zoo, because that's probably my least favorite thing. I like doing the big fancy buildings, but doing the interiors of them are kind of annoying, and just kind of, especially if it's just a backstage area, it's also really kind of annoying and just kind of like boring to do. So I'd rather not do that in this game just because it's more enjoyable for me. And I would rather just skip past, get faster uploads, and of course you're not going to see them anyway. There's no way to actually go in buildings currently because you can't, I don't think you can unless you leave the doors open in this game for guests to actually wander in. So I don't really see a purpose too much. I also did the same thing with the coffee shop, but the coffee shop, it is very subtle. Like I put plants in the window area. Also, it's so annoying how we don't have see-through glass. There's one set of glass pieces that are see-through. They're usable, but they have like wooden planks going across them, and the ones that I thought I could use for like the big panels of like the windows, they can only scale up like, I don't know, like 1.5 times their size, which is really irritating to me. I don't know. It's just, I want it to, I don't know, I want to have like, with the coffee shop windows, I just wanted to have glass, plain glass. If I was in Planet Zoo, I would just put the glass barrier or use a glass pane, like one of the giant squares we have of glass. In this game, they do not exist, which is really sad because you have that set of see-through glass, the skylights, and then everything else, every other window in the game has this kind of like blue tint or like translucent kind of vibe, so you can't see into it, which is very annoying. And this is still what I've kind of stuck on, is that there are not a lot of generic base pieces in this game. I've seen other like issues and stuff with the game. I know there's a big issue right now with the complexity meter on consoles, and I was gonna make a video about that, but I saw later that day that I first read about it that they were already looking into it. So there's not really a point of me making a video about it. The only thing that would do would really get more people who play the game notified of it. But Frontier already knows about this and they're already working towards it. So I don't really see anything really like coming out of me making a video of it, so I'd rather just talk about it here. But yeah, that's a big problem going on, and I really hope that is going to be fixed soon. I think I'm hoping they can fix that. Again, I don't play the game on console, so I have no idea really about like the logistics of it. So yeah, but that is like the biggest issue right now with the game. Everything else is kind of sidelined right now. Everything else, I like the game. Again, like I said last time, I am getting more comfortable with building, and I do really enjoy how you build in this game. It's not near Planet Zoo. Nothing's going to beat Planet Zoo. I stand by that. However, I think there is room for improvement in the scenery, and I won't touch on this too much because I already talked about it last episode. The only thing I think needs to be improved is just how many generic pieces they put in the game. We need to have a set of just generic kind of like wooden beams or like metal beams, a see-through glass, kind of like the big square glass pieces that you can scale up all the way and stuff. That would be really useful. Like very simple set of pieces that would go such a long way, or just like small metal pieces that you can use to make other useful things. Just more generic stuff like that. I have explored the scenery more, and I have found pieces that are useful, like the trim pieces. I've used a lot of trim pieces in the coffee shop because that was very nice and very useful. I also really liked building kind of like the arched windows. That was really nice. And I also found like the shutters and a few other wall pieces or wall types to use in the coffee shop, which was very nice. I like that. But again, I still have not found a good enough thing to replace kind of like just making a classic column, or for that matter, see-through glass, because I think in the end I just left the windows open because the only option I had was using the biggest version of the skylight glass panels, which had a bunch of wooden beams on it, which looked terrible in the final product. So I'd rather just have no windows than do that. So I'm really hoping that they introduce that in like a free update. I don't even think that it's a thing that should be put in a DLC. I would be all for them putting scenery in DLCs, but I think something as simple as glass pieces and like wooden columns, those shouldn't be locked behind a DLC wall. They should just be in the game because they are very generic pieces that you need for a lot of buildings. But yeah, again, I overall really enjoyed building. I am getting more comfortable, of course, like I thought. Again, there are still those glaring small little issues for me personally. As far as like the clicking stuff and everything I talked about last time with like the troubles of like navigating the build menu, it's getting better. I've gotten more frequent to it, but again, I don't know. It's just, again, I still think there's a couple of things that could be a bit more simplistic for like how you navigate the viewport of like and the UI of the building menu, but overall, not really a problem for me. What else can we talk about here? So my process with building the coffee shop. So, or should we talk about future plans? I feel like I should talk about the coffee shop first. So yeah, I honestly really liked it. I was originally going to make this kind of like a toy shop, and I do want to make a lot of more buildings like this style. And I think if you look at the back of the building, it is very plain. Like I literally just put walls there and that's it. I didn't put windows because I know that I'm probably going to add more buildings that are of similar height to like right beside them, and we're gonna have kind of like that big kind of archway, that big arch of when you come in, that giant plaza, that's going to be filled up with like buildings on the side, and then also down that middle hallway we'll probably also have a few more buildings. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it all at once because I don't like building buildings constantly, because that's really irritating, especially when we also have to make a Japanese restaurant in Planet Zoo. That's going to be fun. But I think that I'm probably going to take a break just from building, and we're going to start on the first actual enclosure for one of the new species in the next episode, because I'm very excited for that. And I think I'm going to trail it off of where we built for the Oviraptor, because I've kind of made like a jetting out path where the Oviraptor is. I'm going to keep that going, and we're going to see if we can make the first enclosure for one of the new species. I'm not really counting the Oviraptor as an official first dinosaur, because I don't know, it's one we just built for in Nublar Park series that we did like a month ago, so I don't know. I'm used to it. I'm over it. It looks the same, just better graphics. I think I'm mostly excited to build for one of the new species, so I'm very excited about that. I won't say which new species, but I am still. I have it in mind. I have an idea of who I want to build for. So that's going to be interesting. I will say that it's probably going to be a land species, just to get it kind of out of the way with. I don't know what the plan is for like aviaries and lagoons yet. Now we're gonna manage those, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, there's so much you can do with this game. I am thoroughly impressed and blown away with like what's going on with this game. I've seen people make like custom bridges and shark tunnels and some really weird stuff. Like I've seen like the Among Us character pop up. Someone made that. Someone made Walmart. Someone made a bunch of like random kind of like train stations, I think it was, or like a fire department. Really weird and like strange stuff. But I mean, it's kind of funny. I like it. I also saw someone made the Jurassic Park kitchen scene. That was pretty cool. I think that there's a lot of potential for that, and I cannot wait. And I really hope someone doesn't do this, because they shouldn't have a motive to. But I really cannot wait until we get rebirth species, because my one thing that I really want to do is remake the gas station in the movie with the mutodons. That would be so cool to me. That would be amazing. We probably have enough stuff to actually make it with like a couple loose ends, but you could actually make kind of like a 7-Up or just the exact restaurant from the movie, and then you could just have the aisles with the mutodons in it. That would be so cool to me. That'd be amazing. And I know that we're probably not going to get rebirth stuff probably until next year. Honestly, I feel like I do want to make a DLC speculation video for this game, because I'm very excited about it. But I also just kind of want to wait until the first DLC so we know what they're going to be formatted like, because maybe rebirth isn't even an expansion. Maybe the generic like classic kind of pack is just going to be for dinosaurs and scenery. If that's the case, that could also work for rebirth. It would just be like Titanosaurus, Quillops, and the 2 mutants, and then a bunch of rebirth stuff, and then the extra skins would come in, I don't know, just extra for the DLC, or I guess probably not a free update. That feels too generous of them. But yeah, I think I feel like I want to say that's it for everything I really want to talk about so far. I overall really enjoyed this enclosure. Again, the next enclosure and the coffee shop as well. The coffee shop I really like the colors of, and I really just like how it overall looks. That was very nice. But yeah, in the next episode we will probably build at least for one of the actual new species, like the brand new species, as well as maybe also building or adding another building to this kind of plaza area. So that'd be interesting. I kind of want to make an episode on each one. Like if we do like a dinosaur plus a shop, and instead we can do like a toy shop, a food shop, we can do a restaurant, of course, stuff like that, or like a bunch of different gift shops. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, that'd be interesting to me how that goes. But overall, again, of course, like I said, the coffee shop and the Oviraptor enclosure, or I don't think I uploaded the Oviraptor enclosure. I uploaded the base cage onto the workshop. So both of those are onto the workshop. If you want to download them, I will put the link. Actually, I cannot put the link in the description. That might be a problem. There's a join code. I think I might be able to put that in. I'll see how that works. I'll put the join codes or the download codes in the description of this video if you want to download those, or I'll put them in a comment somewhere in the description, or sorry, somewhere in the comments down below. I'll put a pinned comment with them on them if you want to download those. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it for all I have to say. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. There is of course cinematic shots at the end of this video, as there always are with any of the videos. The next episode of this series hopefully will be coming next in the next few days. I want to keep pushing this out kind of consistently because I really love building in this. I like the break that I have with this of not having to make the interiors of buildings. It's just really nice, and I'm glad that I'm actually taking that seriously in this, because I don't want to spend forever building the insides of buildings that you're not going to see. So especially when we have no see-through windows. So I think that's going to be pretty much it for me in terms of this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It means a lot to the channel. It means a lot to me. We can hopefully round up to what are we even approaching right now? 3,500, I suppose. So if you did enjoy this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. I also seen like people, I know there's a lot of people like me who are getting adjusted to the game, and as I keep playing the game, I'm starting to get adjusted. So if you have any troubles or any problems with the game yourself, leave a comment down below what your struggle is, and maybe I could help you. I can't guarantee anything, but maybe I can give you some advice. I don't know. I did learn from someone on Twitter that I saw that for Planet Zoo players coming over to this game, always use the third camera mode. I don't remember what it's called, but it's I think it's like the player camera or whatever. Use that camera mode because it is primarily the same as Planet Zoo. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Enjoy the rest of this episode, cinematic shots at the end, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys, have a great rest of your day.